And now, back to PTR Radio.
I made a little list of some of the things that you discussed. Bestiality, abortion, AIDS, Irishmen who drink, nuns, premature ejaculation, breastfeeding, and farts.
This is PTR Radio.
And welcome, everybody, to another edition of PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. I can hear Mike in his little arts and crafts store, taping and cutting and doing everything that he needs to do. It's such a wonderful, sound.
I had a complaint a couple weeks ago that you sent me all of these game things like 10 minutes to showtime, and I had to scramble to find a scissor and all.
Yep.
Today, 5 minutes before showtime. And the printer decided it was not going to cooperate, so of course I had to refill ink cartridges, and the new ink cartridges, they fill them up so damn much, and cut
magenta yourself
all over my. No, that's the magenta ink, which means it's going to be there for about 13 years now.
Yeah, you're just gonna. Yeah, that's just the color of your finger now. That's it. That's what you get. So, but no, I had
remember when printers. You could change ink cartridges without needing surgical gloves.
Well, but remember when they actually had ink? Now, do you have a toner or do you have ink?
I have ink.
You have ink. See, I switched to toner because I like, pigment that flies around when you breathe. Because that's so much more better for shirts and pants. Mike is not happy. See, Mike.
What was your first clue?
We just have this box of cards on this game called New Phone Who Dis that we're going to play later.
You an asshat. That's what the problem is.
Well, don't worry, because this is the last game that I have that's new for right now. Till I order another one.
I will openly admit that I am in a foul mood.
Well,
because
what's going on, Mike?
Because I live in Jersey. That's what's going on. And I apologize for not looking at the camera. It's
you don't want to cut off your finger.
No, that would definitely not be good. No, it's because I just hate government. There's no other easy way to put it. I just hate government.
I like it. I think it's great. In fact, I think it needs to be bigger and more encompassing. It should take control more of our lives, really. What do you think, Colin? Big government? You think government should employ more contractors? Pay them more?
Or, hire employees at competitive rates to the private sector. That'd be good, too.
Well, yeah.
Listen.
Any of those things.
I am not against government employees or government doing their job. There's a novel idea. Somebody gets hired to do a job, and they actually do the job. No,
I heard Mike was against government employees.
My problem is that New Jersey has decided that government needs to take the place of common frickin' sense. Oh, let's ban all flavored vapes except menthol and tobacco to protect the children. You already made it illegal for anyone under 21 to vape. Why don't you enforce that law instead? Stupid Democratic puppets. Make me sick.
Would you rather Republican puppets made you sick, Mike?
I don't want any puppets to make me sick. I hate government in general. They're stupid. Stupid lobbyists. Ban all lobbyists. Okay. Term limits.
Colin, quick web search. Countries with no governments. Independent countries.
Yeah, they always still have a government. Even though even that government may be whatever I say because I own the place.
Yeah, might be a nice small
on
island.
my own island and become the sovereign state of Ape Man.
This is the mainland, Mike. Here's the Isle of Pinkwitz, and here's Cape Kim.
How many of these things did you send me?
Like 4 or 5.
Try 7. Did you
7.
Listen? Is this a British game?
No, it's Norwegian.
And
What?
I wasn't going to get into this, but yes, Mom Blair, there is a DIY solution. However, that just encourages the black market on this stuff, and you don't know if you're going to be getting good flavors or not. That's going to proliferate bad flavorings from China that contain diacetyl, which was the ingredient that caused popcorn lung.
Mike, why are you against ethnic businesses?
Against ethnic businesses? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, you said you're against the black market. I think the black free market has a good place in this
Colin
country.
Can't even look at you right now because he's like, I can't believe he went there.
That's so okay. So which way did New Jersey go? Because I saw that, the FDA?
They went to the left.
The FDA banned flavored pods, which is what 99% of the youth are using. Mm-hmm. New Jersey went with a full-on ban. So essentially, every vape shop in New Jersey has said, because the governor could still veto this.
Mm-hmm.
He's already said he's not going to, but he could. Vape shops in New Jersey are already saying, the day the governor signs it, we will be having a going out of business sale because we cannot stay open with
one product
in light of this ban.
Well, yeah, you're cutting. Let's say you were McDonald's and you were allowed to sell a hamburger or a cheeseburger, and that's it.
You would need a lot less staff.
Yeah,
you wouldn't really need the entire. It's like
if it's the McDonald's around here, they'd screw up your order just as much.
The vape shop no longer needs to have a storefront. They just need to have one of those booths at the mall.
Drive-through
with one guy and one tank of stuff.
The old school photo booth. You know, where you used to just drop your film off and pick it up later? That's what they need.
Now, I just saw on Facebook one of the most blatant rip-off things I've ever seen.
Okay.
They call themselves Tablet Overstock.
Uh-huh.
And they're selling a Surface Pro 6 for $90.
Awesome!
And it's like you click on it and you look at this site, and the only thing they have for sale
is the pen?
Is this $90 Surface Pro 6. Oh. And I'm looking at it going...
They must have gotten a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm guessing they have none of them.
What?
I mean, why would you have a website that only sells one thing? This isn't
because you sell it very well. Obviously, they're taking the New Jersey approach.
Now, I will say, if they did really have $90 Surface Pro 6s, I would just go ahead and buy some.
Yeah.
I'd be like... This is my Surface Pro 6 that I use to read books. This is my Surface Pro 6 that I have mounted in my car.
Have you guys ever bought anything off of Wish before?
Yes.
No. Okay, because if anybody has, one, it takes forever, right, to get your stuff, if you even get the right stuff when it's delivered. Because they have a huge tendency to overpromise, underdeliver, or not deliver what you asked for. So... but I noticed last time I was searching through, because I just love to look at all the garbage, I noticed that they had posters and that they have a new expedited shipping option where there might be a store around you where you can have it shipped to instead of your house, and it's cheaper shipping.
Okay.
So basically, one of the places that orders from them in bulk, they'll just send it to them instead.
Well,
or they may already have it.
Yeah.
There's the savior for those vape shops.
So,
yeah.
So I wanted some stuff, some new decorations for the studio when we get it redone. Okay. So I bought a poster from Back to the Future. I bought a poster for Rick and Morty. I bought a old-timey World War 2 poster, like pinup girl, on the nose of an airplane, because I just like that style. I bought the wacky Albert Einstein poster. Bought another Rick and Morty poster. I bought the Big Bang Theory, like season 3 poster. All of those were supposed to be delivered to this little eclectic shop in the mall on January 11th. It now says it will be there on the 18th, but they're going to email me when it's available. And I saved like $2 on each item just by sending it to the mall. But
Okay.
we'll see if it ever shows up. Also, by January 24th, the brackets for Colin's new desk are supposed to arrive there. So, maybe by the end of the month, I'll have the stuff for Colin's desk, and then I can redo the office.
So what store is it? Spencer's?
No, it's at Callaghan's hobby shop.
Interesting.
It's basically a nerd comic book shop in the mall.
Really? Didn't know it existed.
Yeah. It's
It's a front.
Killen's Games and Comics and Toys.
Oh.
No, it's
So-
a front.
So yeah, you can get things like tight pants, skinny jeans, or single hand sewing machines, or Wolf phone covers.
So here's the fun part. Like, you got a difference between, you got Wish and you got Geek,
Yeah.
which are basically the same thing. So as you speak about it, let me mute Alexa here because, well, somebody's listening to me, goddammit. As soon as you start talking about Wish, Wish email pops up in my inbox.
Yeah.
I could get a heated vest for $8.
Yeah.
By the time it gets here, I won't need it.
No, it'll be summertime.
Oh, no. It might be there in time for next winter.
Possibly. I could get a Huawei 512 gigabyte micro SD card for $3. Comes pre-installed with Chinese spy software.
Yes. Yep. I bought some DJ lights off of I think Geek. I don't think I bought them off of Wish. They're not bad. They are what they are. I mean, they're cheap Chinese knockoffs. But
Yeah, I bought them off of Amazon.
yeah,
And they did the job. I don't have a DMX controller, but I was able to program them using RGB to the color I wanted, and I just left them there.
yeah. So it has its place. If you want to, it's the Harbor Freight of electronics, is what it is. You need it to work once, just like, I watched a video and I sent it to you guys this morning of the self-replication of the dollar store. And I made a comment that the dollar store is the Aldi equivalent of Walmart. Which, was I right on that, Colin? Have you been in a dollar store lately?
Dollar General.
General.
Dollar General?
Not recently, but my problem with your analogy is that Aldi is much better than that.
Okay, Aldi. Okay, then it's a scale down. It's the Payless shoe store of Walmart, basically. I mean, I don't know. It's low brow, low. It's the people of Walmart.
It's slightly
Don't go to the Dollar General.
It's slightly better than Big Lots.
Oh yeah, no, Big Lots is big time in it. Big time in it.
The difference is between Big Lots and Dollar General is that Dollar General tends to have the same stuff every time,
Well,
where Big Lots tends to be random.
in Big Lots, let me draw a contrast here
Uh-huh.
for you. Big Lots, as I walk around every 3 minutes, there isn't an overhead announcement going, "This store is observed by security cameras." Whereas when you're in a Dollar General, it does. Like every 3 minutes on the overhead. It
Just in
says,
case you're
"Thank
trying
you,
to steal our
thank you
cheap
for
crap."
shopping at Dollar General. Please be advised, there are security cameras in use on the premises." So, just to remind you of your place in that store.
It makes you think, maybe I'm not supposed to be here.
maybe, maybe I shouldn't have left someone in the car.
Maybe I should have left the car myself.
Now, see, you bring up a good point with Big Lots, because every time, Kim and I don't go to Big Lots anymore. The reason being, she always seems to find that one thing, be it chips, be it a drink, be it anything, she really likes.
Uh-huh.
And it means hell or high water trying to find it again.
Yeah, because they're great at stocking it once. Not so great at never having it again.
Aldi's is good for that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In that 2-aisle section, the Aldi finds.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. The stuff in Dollar General you will find every single time. You don't know how long it's been there.
Yeah.
The ketchup has been there since the Carter administration, but it's there every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing up for work and putting it in 8 hours.
Yeah, it's. Do you have a Harbor Freight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Harbor Freight, except that they have food as well.
Oh, did I tell you guys about when I went to Harbor Freight for Velcro? I think I talked about it on the show.
For Velcro?
Velcro, yeah, because they have reels of Velcro. Let me see here. I think I got some, yeah. So they have reels of Velcro like this, right? Just regular hook and loop Velcro.
Uh-huh.
But then you cut the size. And it's fairly cheap, and it's Velcro. How can you go wrong with Velcro, right? So I wanted to get like 5 rolls of the stuff because I go through it pretty quickly. And because I just find uses for it everywhere. So I went into Harbor Freight, and they had rearranged the store. And I went down. I finally, got frustrated because I couldn't find it. And I asked the guy, I'm like, do you guys have Velcro? You used to just have rolls of Velcro. And he goes, yeah, it should be right. And then there's an empty peg. And I go, do you know when you're getting some in? And he goes, yeah. Now, this is like on a Wednesday. He goes, yeah, we should have some in next Tuesday. He goes, I go, okay. He goes, yeah, we're supposed to get 2 in. I said, 2 cases? He goes, no, 2 rolls. 2 rolls of Velcro. 2 rolls. I said, well, I want to buy 5. He goes, I don't know. We just get what they send us, man. I don't know what to tell you. 2 rolls.
2 rolls.
How do you even ship that?
I would like some nails. Oh, well, we got 5 coming in next week.
I mean, it's 18 foot of Velcro, man, on a roll. Sorry, you're going to have to share with this other customer.
Have I mentioned how like I can feel my hair turning gray? I'm so freaking grouchy right now. This is what happens when 2020 was supposed to be a good year, and you know what? No, listen.
It's not starting off that way?
No.
Well, there's too many changes happening here.
Okay.
Kim and I started going to the gym.
Well, there's your first
problem.
problem.
Because the gym finally opened.
Oh, it opened!
Yesterday, I drank kombucha for the first time.
Okay.
Because
there's your second problem.
From Aldi, because I was curious. I don't remember when I swallowed a penny.
Did it come out in the end or something?
It came out this morning on some other stuff that I just don't know what happened, man. Listen, I ain't ever kombucha. No. Everybody's like, oh, kombucha, it's so good for you. It's probiotic. Bull. And FYI, Shaggy, Blair's on the waiting list for that Velcro.
Order it through Amazon. You can get a 3-pack for it. When you work it out, it's cheaper. And it's delivered to your house.
Next day.
Yeah.
Tell you. Wish I had a huge amount of stock cardboard.
Oh, my God. I heard about this great prank this woman played on her husband. I don't know how she did it, but she saved all the Amazon Prime boxes throughout the year that they had received. And evidently it was quite a few. And then a week before Christmas, she got them all out, unpacked, put them back into box shape, sealed them up, and put them on the front porch before he came home. Like the delivery man had just dropped them off.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, my God, that's brilliant. That restores my faith in humanity.
I thought
just that somebody had the discipline to do that. Oh my, and the foresight to do that, to save all those boxes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. It was so good. So
we would need like a couple extra garages to store all the cardboard from all the packages in a year.
Speaking of Amazon delivery, though, so I ordered a television.
Okay.
I ordered a 55-inch 4K smart TV.
Okay.
All right. $300.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, after Christmas deals are great. So I know it's going to come to the house. All right. Not a big deal. The wife's home most of the day. So I think, okay, great. She can sign for it. Because I'm like, surely they're going to make you sign for it. It's a big-ass box. Well, turns out she wasn't going to be home that day. She was going to be someplace else. So I go, crap. That means they're going to leave a note, and I'm going to have to go and pick it up, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. So the day came. I got the little text message that says, your delivery will be sometime today before 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll go home at lunch. And maybe by chance I will meet the delivery driver. Went home at lunch, nothing. Now, granted, I wasn't at home very long. Then I went home after work, nothing. No note, no nothing. And I had places to go after work. So I thought, sucks. I'm not going to be able to get this till like the day after tomorrow at this rate because they'll be closed. I won't be able to call and tell them to hold it. I'll have to get another note. So I'm thinking, what if they don't leave a note? What if they just leave the box on my front porch? A big 55-inch take me if you like sign on my front porch. This could be bad. So I'm leaving the house thinking about this, and as I'm driving out of the subdivision, I see 4 kids on bicycles. And I think, they're going to have a nice TV. I go run one errand, and I think, I got to drive by the house anyway. I'm going to stop and see if it's on the porch. Run by the house. Nothing's on the porch. No note. All right. Now I've got to go slightly out of town. I'm driving to, Colin will know what this is, Riverton. All right. The exact opposite end of town from where I am. And so I drive there. I do what I have to do. I'm getting in my car to come home. Clink. Note on my phone. Your package has been delivered. I text my wife. Are you home? Nope. And won't be for an hour. Crap. I better hurry up because it's a half an hour from where I am to home. And there's a big take me sign on my front door. So I drive home, and luckily it's still there. But this isn't even a box in a box. This is literally they put a shipping label on the 55-inch TV just set it on the front porch with the flat against the door so that it was very obvious to anybody, here's the TV. And there were no cars in the driveway. Thank goodness I live in a good neighborhood where nobody goes out at night. So I got my new TV, which now I have now it begs the question: the TV we're looking at Mike on right now is a 49. Now, this room is only 10 by 12. And when we turn this room, we're going to be about 8 feet or less. We'll probably be closer to about 6 feet away from the TV.
Okay.
Should I swap it with a 55 so that we have a 55-inch TV in here?
Now, when you say smart TV, what kind of smart?
It's a Roku TV.
It's a Roku TV. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a Roku TV. So, the question is, do I swap out the 49 for a 55 in a room where I'm 6 feet away?
That sounds like such white person problems right there. Holy
I know,
crap.
it's very first world problems. So.
Affluenza Shaggy over here.
Hey, it was actually cheaper to buy the 55 than it would have been a smaller television.
Oh, I'm not arguing with that.
Yeah.
Even though I got in trouble for that when I bought my 27-inch monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kim was like, the hell do you need a monitor that big for? Look, it was on sale cheaper than the 22.
Yeah.
At the time.
Mm-hmm. So.
All right. So, listen. We gotta talk some death pool.
Yeah.
Stuff here.
Yeah, evidently we're slacking.
Thankfully 2019 is over, I guess. Because every year I procrastinate until about 7th or so. Let's say after the first week of January, I procrastinate and I go through all of the picks to make sure that none were missed.
Yep.
And holy crap, you people with your obscure picks. Let's just put it this way. Before the true up, Irish Blue Liner and Johnny Aspen Jr. were splitting the points for the first strike.
Yeah.
For Carol Channing, right? Who passed away on January 15th.
Yeah. Did we miss one before January 15th?
We missed one before January. On January 11th, Stefan Lewis passed away.
Who the hell is Stefan Lewis?
Couldn't tell you. But that gave the first strike to Red Rhino. And not only that, but that vaulted Red Rhino to the lead because Stefan Lewis was only like 32 years old. So he was worth 92.38 points.
Yeah, he was 34.
Then we go through, as I'm going through, in chronological order.
For those of you that are doubting his celebrity status, he was a member of the Welsh Assembly for South Wales East.
So then we go through.
At least he's on Wikipedia.
I can't argue that. He's an elected official.
Then we go through. On May 17th, Herman Woke passed away, putting Spider Chicken on the board for 23 points.
Who the hell is Herman Woke? Herman Woke was an American author known for the Caine Mutiny, for which he won a Pulitzer Prize. We can't argue about that. He was.
You cannot argue the Caine Mutiny. That's an extremely famous work. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just to keep track here, Red Rhino had Beth Chapman. Also.
Yep.
Stefan Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa Conson Young.
Did she die too?
Who was worth a whopping 7.28 points because we can't find her birthday verifiable anywhere. Now, we'll move on. September 16th. Leah Bracknell passes away.
Okay.
Which gave Dave and Red Rhino 70.82 points.
What is?
Oh, and You Think So 17 also had Leah Bracknell and questioned me on the 2020 entries because
they didn't even know that she died.
Nope. They picked and said, well, how come I didn't get points then? And I explained it, and I'm currently waiting. I'm giving them benefit of the doubt because they were so busy questioning me about 2019, they never gave me a replacement pick for 2020. So we may have somebody rolling with 4. I'm just saying. By the time we announce our picks, I must have the replacement pick in my inbox. That's the rule. So Leah Bracknell. Then the final one that I missed, worth 83.86 points.
Jesus.
Passed on September 18th, 2019, Fernando Rickson. Also picked by Red Rhino.
What a soothsayer.
No, wait. It gets better. Not only did Red Rhino get 4 out of 5 picks, I don't think we're ever going to see. Red Rhino also got 5 bonus points for first strike, plus 9 bonus points for the final, or the buzzer beater, which happened in September. So 14 total bonus points.
Jeez. Makes you think he's got something.
14 extra bonus points. Because of the 4 picks, there's also the other bonus points based on chronological order. So Red Rhino got a total of 35 bonus points to end the year with 356.40 points. The total possible points, as calculated, was 363.68. A difference of the aforementioned 7.28 points assigned to Melissa Conson-Young. We are never going to see this high of a point total again. I can guarantee it. If we do, there's going to be some very interesting shit happening.
I agree.
And we barely figured out.
Mama Blair say it. I think people on my death pool list are happy to be there since they never die. That is correct. A lot of people have said that I feel bad picking them because I don't want them to die. Well, maybe by picking them, you're not.
As long as your
Some
name isn't Red Rhino.
It's not in the cards. If Red Rhino picked, now Red Rhino did not enter in 2020, to my knowledge.
Yeah, maybe under a different name. Who knows?
Yeah, I didn't even actually check that, but
I will say, so the one that was left there, Melissa Conson-Young, that took a lot of detective work to try to figure out if she was still alive or not. Because I guess she was famous because a couple of years ago she was dying of cancer, and Donald Trump said something nice about her or something. I don't remember the exact details, but managed to figure out what her Facebook page was, which was under a slightly different name.
yes.
But yeah, so we found proof of life.
We found proof of life. It's like a scientific journey.
It was actually a Facebook entry that says, well, I made it through another year. And we're like, yes, you did. Okay.
Okay. Nobody pick you ever again, please. So, Red Rhino, based off the email address, did not enter in 2020. Okay. We'll leave it at that. As for... Okay, I have not got an email yet. Let me refresh. Nope. So... All right. Guess you're rolling the 4.
Well, let's pick someone else off their list from last year. Like the first one on their list from last year that's still alive.
Oh, okay, we can do that. They're closed, yeah. So, Linda Nolan. So
There you go.
you're going to roll with Linda Nolan.
Oh, two really bad ones.
Okay. And that might actually be a good pick, but who knows? All right. Shaggy, you're the only one who had to be a pain in the ass. You can make me update this shit real time. So if you got somebody who's not or is obscure, you better have the birth date of your rugby players picked out, okay? Your rugby players with cancer.
I can tell you right now, I will not have any original picks.
Okay. Now I don't have any stats done. We'll
have those in a
will be
bit.
there next
Yeah.
time. I have
Yep.
some, but I don't have I can give you random stuff. But go ahead.
I am using technology this time around, since I got hardly anything last time. Technology and the hand of fate.
Okay, do you want
seal my destiny?
So all right. So before we go over that, I'll just say, as far as the hosts are concerned, I beat you guys.
Okay.
I came in fourth overall with 83.34 points, and that's only because I picked Beth Chapman.
Yeah.
And I was so mad when other people picked her. I thought that was going to be my shining star, but it didn't matter. Red Rhino just dominated the crap out of everything. You guys got 1 point, and that may have been bonus points or something. I don't know what.
I don't know.
Referrals. Referrals, because yeah, that's right. You screwed me on the whole referral thing last year.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
do we want to go through our picks?
Go ahead, Shaggy.
Okay, so by the way, folks, if you're curious about what we're talking about and you haven't figured it out by now, we're talking about the 2020 Celebrity Death Pool. You had until 6 p.m. tonight, Central Time, to get your picks in. It did come down, and by the time we're up next show, we will have all this on the website. You'll be able to see pictures of everyone that was selected, along with display names. So you'll be able to see the complete list. What?
Don't promise what you can't keep.
Okay.
There's over 30 new picks this year.
You'll be able to see some of the pictures, and then you'll be able to see silhouette outlines of those that I haven't gotten to yet because I've been too damn busy. But every year we ask people to submit 5 people that they think are going to kick the bucket. Now, us hosts aren't eligible to win the big prize, which this year is an Amazon gift card of undetermined value. We will tell you what the value is on the next show. But for right now, we are just playing for bragging points. So, Colin, why don't you start off and tell us who your picks are?
Okay, I'm going to have to remember because I accidentally closed the screen. So I originally was going to go with Alex Trebek because I figured, okay, I'm sure that's a safety pick. It's somewhat likely. I'm sure it's going to be picked by many, 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 many other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, Alex Trebek. Then I was like, well, that isn't fair. He should have company. So I put Pat Sajak on there as well. So and then I was looking at going, well, I have 2 game show hosts. Maybe I should have all game show hosts. So I also added Week Martindale and actually, you're going to have to
hold on. Just
give
me 2 seconds, and I'll be able to get there.
Bob Barker.
Yeah.
Bob Barker and
Bob Eubanks.
Bob Eubanks.
Yep.
So that was my list of old game show hosts.
Yes, and you happened to say that your spirit animal was the bear.
Yes.
And that you yourself are the sexiest host on the show.
Well, I wasn't going to pick either of you two.
Well, I find that very insulting.
Yes.
So,
but a lot less embarrassing.
All right. So, myself, like I said, I use technology this year. My first pick, Tyler, the Creator. All right. Rapper, designer, internet mogul, very young man. Hopefully a lot of points. Should he kick the bucket? You know?
Yeah, you right there, you're about half of Colin's total potential points.
So, you know, if you've been following at all the rap world, especially the the SoundCloud rappers, could be a solid pick. Moving on, Michael Keaton. All right.
Oh, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Now, he has done some acting here recently, but let's not forget, before that, he was pretty much unheard of. All right? We didn't hear from him for a very long time in between Multiplicity and Spider-Man. So
He is going to be he's in the new Morbius. I think
it's Morbius.
The movie with Jared Leto?
Yeah. The vampire movie. It's Marvel. Yes.
Yeah, so
He's in it. He's back.
well,
And he was in, Birdman just a couple years ago.
but before that, big absence.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Next up, one of my all-time favorites. I pick him often. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Longest reigning monarch.
No.
Oldest living monarch.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He is not a monarch.
Well, oldest living, royal dude.
Royal dude. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's Prince Philip.
We'll get to talking about the princes later, okay?
No. You want the oldest living monarch, it's his wife.
All right. Next up, John Prine. Don't know much about him. Just seemed like a cool name to pick out of the hat.
Prine. Prine.
Yes.
And
He's an American
Okay.
country folk singer and songwriter. He was he has a humorous style of country music that has elements of protest and social commentary.
surprisingly, somebody else already picked him.
Yeah. I don't know. And then Betty White to round out the
Yes.
Betty White.
The only one
Okay.
that has some crossover to my list.
Betty White has crossover to your list?
Yeah, she was a game show host.
Okay.
And
So-
she was married to a game show host. So,
Well, yes.
So Colin was the most conservative with 213.1 possible points with his picks.
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy, you were a little more aggressive. Your total comes out to 262.95.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you that mine has come out to 284.87, and I'm happy to say I only have one duplicate pick.
Wow.
Nice.
That duplicate pick is Bob Dole.
Bob Dole. Bob Dole. It's good for America.
I have carried over James Kamala Harris.
Okay. Now, that's not the person who played Precious.
Terry Garr.
Okay. What is that the Spice Girl, Terry Garr?
No, that's the wife from Mr. Mom to Michael Keaton.
Oh, okay.
Leon Spinks, the boxer.
Hey. All right. Sorry, you said Leon, and all I could think was the ladies' man.
And my complete and total wild card that could be the huge breakthrough for me, Mama June Shannon, a.k.a. Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Are you planning a meth overdose or a heroin overdose
I am
for
not
her?
planning. I just see the writing on the wall. Listen, it's actually a sympathy pick.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping by picking her, I'm going to wind up just getting very angry because she will finally dump this Gino character and go into rehab. They could revive Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew if Mama June agreed to go. And that would be the highest rated show in the history of reality TV.
Her and Bam Margera could be on one episode.
And Nick Carter. So, just some notables here. When Colin said that he picked Alex Trebek, made a little gesture. And Alex Trebek, for a first-time pick, is the most popular pick.
Shocking.
Which
he outranked Betty White?
Yes, by far. Did see some return appearances that, have skipped a couple of years. Charlie Sheen is back on the list. Then there are some...
We got some newcomers.
Oh, we've got quite a few newcomers. But then there are people that I'm just looking at like, what the hell? I had to do some serious... APO 99.
What? Sorry, did somebody just hit their keyboard?
This is the player. Must be in Australia. Or is Australian. Because Olivia Newton-John, I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
The other four, I had no idea. David Gulpilil, Lee Kerslake, who come to find out was Ozzy Osbourne's drummer. Tom Smith, the obligatory rugby player.
Mm-hmm.
And Genesis Porridge.
Sounds like
apparently
it sounds like Phil Collins' breakfast cereal.
But then I got some other ones that I had to... Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan's still alive. Who knew? Papa Blair playing the odds with Representative John Lewis. Let's see. Jeffree Star. Okay. Model of some kind. Whatever. Surprisingly, only one pick for Harvey Weinstein. And then, but the most surprising set of picks was by your friend and mine, Otakon.
Okay, you thought you were going to say Kembros, because that's usually one.
Oh, Kembros actually fairly normal picks,
Played to win.
Otakon apparently is trying to wipe out half of Congress.
I was going to say, I think one of our statistics have to be percentage of politicians. Because I see
Otakon, as
AOC.
he's typing up the names, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, and Nancy Pelosi. Those are his picks. So not only does he hate
I think he's a Democrat.
He hates female Democrats.
And especially colored female Democrats.
And just, real quick, just looking, 1, 2, 3. So we only got, counting us, we've only got 40 contestants this year. Now, I'll have to double check that. I know I got duplicate entries from GB Metal fans, so I took the last one.
Okay. I think there might be a couple of entries, but I'm showing closer to like 54.
Okay. Well, it's possible they didn't come through. So
we'll do a reconciliation before we post up and go from there.
But they have to already be on the server.
Yes.
Because you took the page down, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the form is down. The page is there, but the form's down.
The form is down, so nobody can
enter now.
Okay, so our picks are safe. Good.
Yes.
Don't nobody pick a Mama June.
No.
I'm very upset. But I'm just thinking, just looking here, based off of what I've got, I think only 4 out of 40
hey, Mike,
100% unique.
I don't know if you noticed, but Dalek 1 also is wiping out a big swath of government. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Mike Pence, Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden.
That one is one of the ones that did not come through to me.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it'd be funny if we totaled up if we have more than a couple that are all political picks. That was just
The last one that came through for reference, Shaggy, was Liz B.
Okay.
That's the last email I got. So anything after that, I have not seen yet.
Okay. All right. Well, that one actually came through on the 4th, so I just think there's some in the middle that maybe got missed. So I will send it to you, though, to make sure. We can true up. Not a big deal.
All right.
But yes, so it will be an interesting year for sure to see how this goes. We do thank you guys for participating, for telling all your friends. I kind of felt bad because I stepped away from advertising this because I had other stuff going on at the time. So I didn't get as many reminders and pushes and putting as many people on blast as I normally do. And I was really worried about this. I'm like, we're going to check this tonight. There's going to be like 25 people on here. And you guys really showed up. And, that means a lot to us. So really appreciate it. I know, Mike, you did a lot of work on social media, getting the word out there. And so thank you for that. And, everybody did a great job.
So I was just looking at our picks from last year for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed you had one that was probably a very good pick not to have this time.
Mm-hmm.
So you had your Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
So, he's in prison for 2 years. So,
and then I think he's going into witness protection, so it will be very difficult to find out.
Yeah. So a good pick to not have anymore.
Yeah.
Somebody did pick him.
Yes, somebody did.
And I believe what we are going to have to do is
being in prison.
we may have
being in prison is okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bill Cosby's fine, but if somebody goes into witness protection, now
then we got a problem.
Have you seen Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Hey, that question was actually asked. I was reading a thread about that. They're like, how do you put somebody like him in witness protection? And the feds responded with, we can't tell you because we've done things like this before. So maybe Face Off is real, and we just don't know.
Well, they're just going to have to zap all those tattoos and cut his hair off.
So, but the thing is, he's in jail for 2 years, so all we got to do is get through this year. Don't worry about it this year, and we're good.
Except he probably wouldn't do 2 years because he'd get off for good behavior, I'm assuming. Yeah, so he probably would not be eligible for next year. So we have to make sure there is a witness protection thing for rules for next year.
If somebody goes into witness relocation. But, of course, it's not like they'll announce that. It'll just quietly happen.
No.
But it is good to kick this off. And this actually brings a point, weirdly enough, to something that's been going on with me most of today. And it actually started off last night. And that is, I was watching the two movies that we're going to be talking about here in a half an hour, and started getting the strange feeling of deja vu. Now, this is not to be confused with the feeling of vujade, where you've never done something before. Deja vu is where you felt like you have been there, you've done things before, and that you're reliving the same moment again, right? So it happened last night while I was watching the movies, to the point where I was reading reviews of one of the movies, because I always kind of read those to get some inspiration for the review I'm going to write. And I'm like, I swear this person ripped off my review, because I know I've reviewed this movie already. And so it was just a bizarre scenario of things last night where I'm like, this person's stealing all my words. This is exactly what I wrote about this movie, or have, what's going on. And then I went to bed, I wake up, I walk into work, and it keeps happening. It kept happening all day. Like, constantly happening, that I felt like I was, basically knew what was going to be coming down my way. And I had a pretty good success rate of guessing or foretelling what was going to occur. I had about a 70% success rate of guessing what either people were going to say or do all day. Now, I did
play the lottery.
I did not. I did not play the lottery, but I did think about it. But it's really disconcerting when it starts happening. Because I don't know, it's just really weird. And the fact that it keeps going on and on and on throughout the day makes it even weirder. I mean, you're used to it for a second or two, where you go, oh, I see that cat. Oh, I saw that cat again, or whatever it is, like a glitch in the Matrix. But then when it continues to happen over and over and over again for a long period of time, then you start to think, what's really going on? Is there more to this than just my mind playing tricks on me? Now, Colin said he knows what's going on from a physical level, right, Colin?
Well, there's lots of things. That could be anything from epilepsy to, I don't know.
So,
I mean, yeah, I felt deja vu. I haven't felt, I thought, it said that something like that means that between the two lobes of the brain, that's not quite getting things in the right order.
Yeah, I mean, I read a sentence today that a little disconcerted me a bit. It said that I was basically having a small seizure,
all day long.
All day long. And I'm like, that's not exactly what I want to hear right now. I'd rather hear I have a new superpower and now I need to go buy a cape. But, that's not what the internet told me. And we all know the internet is always true. So, I just have to live with the fact of I'm,
You get that.
The one good thing is, for once, my mouth isn't speaking faster than my head is thinking. That has been the one quality thing today is, for once, I know what I'm going to say before it comes out of my mouth, which is usually not the case. Usually my mouth is way ahead of my brain, and I have to throw it in reverse and undo what I'm saying a lot. But for this time, at least for the moment, I know what I want to say, at least to some degree. It's just odd. It's just this totally odd feeling. It's never been going on like this for this long. So, I don't know. Mike, what's your stance?
I've had those days before. I just don't. I chalk it up as a glitch in the Matrix now. I truly do. Like, I am seriously starting to think that this is the Matrix, and my entire life is just was one big debug cycle. Because one big beta test. Because I've lost touch with reality on a lot of this stuff. I can't understand the lack of common sense in our world today is enough to make me just want to bang my head against the wall. People ask, how come you don't have kids? Bitch, have you seen this world? Seriously. Look outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got condom snorting, Tide Pod chewing, vitamin E vaping schmuck kids who suddenly think because they're turning 16, they're automatically going to get to vote. And if Trump gets impeached, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the president. Why would I want to bring life into this? Oh, God. And so the other thing that happened and they voted on today in New Jersey was New Jersey has had the exemptions for vaccinations in public schools. They've had the medical, but they've also had the religious exemption.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're trying to close both those loopholes.
Okay.
And basically saying if you're going to go to public school, your child has to be vaccinated, period.
Which is something we've talked about and we all agree on.
I got into, these words are coming out of my mouth. I got into arguments on Facebook today with anti-vaxxers who, I don't know, they're running neck and neck with vegans as far as who I want to end. But the anti-vaxxers, for medical, like, I understand if your child has a severe allergy to something in the vaccine, like dairy or eggs or something, and the vaccine is formulated so they can't. I get that. To me, that's a legit medical exemption.
Right.
But they're twisting this.
Yeah.
The anti-vaxxers are trying to get people to join their cause by saying, this is government taking away your rights and telling and saying what to do to your own body. And they're turning this basically into a Roe v. Wade pro-choice type argument. So I said, okay, this is a rights issue. So when the government is trying to infringe upon the right to bear arms, are you there protesting as well? Well, it's not the same because no, you said it's a rights issue. I don't recall where in the Constitution it says, it's not life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and the right not to be vaccinated. The right to bear arms is spelled out right. It's an amendment of the Constitution. Yes, there is debate about the meaning of that amendment, but there is no amendment about vaccination. So either you're all for government not infringing on any of your rights, or you're okay with select. This is
well. Now they'll say, vaccinations didn't exist when they wrote the Constitution, and guns did. So it's very easy for them to put one thing into the Constitution, whereas they couldn't see the future.
That's why you put it. That's why you have amendments.
Now, there was recently on Twitter a somewhat anti-vax message that for the first time I actually agreed with one of these. Okay, this was by Zach Antihero, Broken Sword Audio. Do not vaccinate your kids, please. Vaccinating your children puts them at very high risk. Having trained a medical professional vaccinate your children, they know what they're doing. They've been trained. Don't vaccinate your kids on your own.
It's a please do not try this at home. PSA is what it is.
So, do not buy your own vaccination kit off of Wish.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Off of Wish.
That's what this is. Yeah. Yes. It's the same one that causes vaping issues. That's what you're injecting into your children. So, all right. Let's get off of the heavy topic. Let's go to our new game called New Phone Who Dis. So that we got time to run a couple of rounds before we go into our double feature movie review. Now, this game works much like Cards Against Humanity, where you pull a couple cards from a deck, and then whoever's turn it is pulls cards from a different deck. So, Colin, let's pull a couple cards from. So you have a sender and a reply deck.
Okay.
So we'll pull. Let's pull 8 or so. 3,
What?
4.
So
5,
wait a second.
6, 7, 8. So you have a reply. Yes, there was a reply deck and there was a message deck. It'll be. I think it'll be pretty obvious which one's which. Which is why on the pages I left one card down to say whether it was a reply or a message, and all the other cards were up.
But he cut them all up.
I know, but at least then he knew what section he was cutting up.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a safe bet that. All right, let me just ask this question. This will make it easy for me.
Yeah.
The reply cards are blue and the inbox cards are gray?
Yes.
Okay. That's easy enough.
I didn't know you printed them in color this time around.
Yeah, that's why I ran out of magenta ink.
All right, so basically somebody reads an inbox card and then you play your best reply card.
Okay.
So here's the inbox card that I pulled that you guys will come up with your best reply to. Hey, I'm the really tall guy from the club last night. Want to grab a smoothie? So there it is. It's the, hey, I'm the really tall guy from the club last night. Want to grab a smoothie? So basically a Tinder pickup line.
Okay.
All right. So Colin's got his.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Collins is, I just found this phone at a Starbucks, but I'm down for sure. It's pretty strong. Mike, yours is, I'm...
Yeah, you can't read that.
No.
Is anyone else coming? I don't know. I feel kind of awkward being with you one-on-one.
I'm going to go with Mike on that one. I like that. Yeah, there you go.
Kind of focused for a minute.
Okay, so
right.
I'll pull the next.
Okay.
Okay. I saw you from across the street today and motioned you to come over, and you just walked away, ... question mark.
I'm torn between two.
Too many choices.
I'm gonna go with that one. All right, Mike, you want to say yours first? So read your card one more time, Colin.
I saw you from across the street today and motioned you to come over, and you just walked away, ... question mark.
And Mike says, blurry text. Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
You need to pull it out a little bit.
Never mind. My pug got neutered today. I kind of need to be here for him.
Here's mine. If you're a full ginger, then yeah. So,
what?
If you're a full ginger, then yeah. Gingers are soulless.
Right. Okay. I think Mike wins that one.
All right. Mike wins that one.
I'm trying to figure this out. See.
Oh, there you go.
There we
got
go.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta block it all up. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Mike, you're up.
All right. So I got to do an inbox one. Okay. I'll put that one to the side. All right. Do you think you can make it to my hamster's funeral tomorrow?
Man, none of these are good for that. But okay.
All right. I'll go with this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, I know habla English. Sorry.
Here's mine. I have to ask my wife for permission.
I gotta give it to Shaggy on that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh man, see now I just picked one up that'd be perfect.
All right. Colin.
Wait, hold on.
What? I'm confused. Is this supposed to be funny? If so, the first one Mike didn't win. It's supposed to be, but we only got 8 cards to choose from. It's best guess humor. All right, Colin. Oh no, that was me.
Yeah, you went first.
My turn. Come on. All right. I can't find my Darth Vader helmet, and I need it desperately right now. I can't find my Darth Vader helmet, and I need it desperately right now. All right. Mike, what do you got? 2, I can't find my Darth Vader helmet, and I need it desperately right now. Everything you just said is the reason why I started drinking again. Oh, that's strong, Colin. That's strong.
Yeah. Dude, you need to see a professional.
Oh! I got to give it to Mike, though. Mike's is better. Mike's is better. All right, Mike, your turn.
I keep picking up cards for the one you just said after I picked,
Okay.
Oh, it's Mike's turn to read first.
No, I thought...
You
read, then I read,
then
he reads.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. All right, go ahead, Colin.
I know we're technically related, but have you ever thought about me as more than just your cousin?
Oh,
I got one. Hold on. I got one. Oh, man, I thought that said something different. I'm trying. I think I'm going to go with that one. Yep. All right. Go ahead, Mike. I don't remember giving permission to talk to me. All right. Mine is, look, man, I like you, but you're just my plug. That's it.
What? I don't understand that one.
It's probably better that way.
Okay. I think Mike's winning by default then.
Okay.
Mike have a very large pile here.
Mike's winning a lot. All right, Mike, your turn.
I got.
Can you please stop calling me daddy? It makes me really uncomfortable.
Done. I knew my. Right.
We both have one for that.
I went automatically for that. All right, go ahead, Colin.
Are you sure that's something you want to share with your daughter?
Mine just says, sorry, Daddy. Sorry, Daddy.
Shaggy. Shaggy.
I'm like, when can I ever play this card? Now I can.
We both had good cards for that one. But yours was definitely funnier.
All right. Let me see here. I think it's time we change our safe word. Hearing you say ouchie during sex is throwing me off. I think it's time we change our safe word. Hearing you say ouchie during sex is throwing me off. Okay. Colin, do you have one to play?
Yeah, I'm just going to go with, how'd you get my number?
Okay. Mike.
All right. I was holding this one, but come on.
Now's not a good time. Stuck in a jar.
You gave him all the good ones.
Oh, that's a Mike card. That's a Mike card. All right.
Bro, be honest. Did you see my butt in the locker room?
I think I'm going to.
I'm going to guess that Mike's going to have another card on his pile here, but we'll see.
I think I'm going to go with this one. All right, Mike, you got your card picked out for that one?
Sure.
I want to say yes, but I feel like you're Hufflepuff at a full door. Oh. Mine just says, LOL, I read this in the voice of SpongeBob.
Okay, Shaggy actually wins that.
Yay, I win one!
Okay, Mike.
All right, we'll do one more round, Mike and me, and then we'll move on.
All right, I'm trying to.
Well, I think you read it first. So.
Oh, okay, so we'll just do Mike, and
So
then we'll
just
move
do
on.
Mike.
Yep.
All right, well, then I got to do this one.
I just had a prostate exam. Might be acting weird for the next few days.
Maybe. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that one because I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I can go with this one. I have some good cards, but they mostly worked on the ones that we've already went through.
All right, so mine is let me finish my chicken nuggets, and then I'll be in there like swimwear.
And I've got all been there, am I right?
Yeah, like I feel like more comfortable with Colin's answer, but I know damn well Shaggy's is the funnier one.
This is not as good a game. I just would say that.
It's a much different game.
Okay, so the hamster one you had, Mike, right after that, I actually got a good card for that. Jets just lost in overtime, and now you laid this on me? I had one that's like, give me a few mins. I'm teaching my grandma how to Dougie. I was like, what does that even answer to? Please
Anything.
respect my privacy, Kristen.
All right. So that game not as good as the Raising Hell game.
Why is Mike out of focus? Yeah, I don't know. No, it's something with my camera. It's not coming back after I zoomed in on the card there. Hopefully it'll come back.
Yeah. So New Phone Who This, not as big of a hit as Raising Hell, which we all like.
I feel like this game was more of a PG type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Although I did find a great drinking game, because now I'm all on the hunt for card games. Because I'm like, show material, card games, yes. So I found one called "This Game Will Make You Drunk," and each card is a new game. So it looks kind of interesting, and it's pretty cheap. It's only like $16. So the cards in it are like, come on. There you go. You're kind of in focus now. The person after you can ask you any question. You can either answer truthfully or refuse to answer and drink. Imitate another player. First person to guess correctly picks someone to drink. Take turns naming a color. Continue until someone hesitates or repeats a color that person drinks. Which we've done games like that before.
Can we just pick, or can we figure it out ahead of time so I know to take the next day off?
Well, I'm not saying that we'll actually drink, but I think it's some inspiration for some good, going around the room.
Yeah, I don't think you should play that game with a programmer or a web designer. Because they'd be like, first color, 0000001.
Yeah.
000. I've been playing this game for 2 hours. We're still in the whites.
We haven't hit smoke yet.
Oh, you don't even want to.
What do you mean you can't do Royal Blue in CMYK?
Are we doing RGB or hex? I can't keep it straight. Oh, but yeah. Oh, so let's see here. We'll do a quick. Now, Mike, we had plenty of articles for this for this show that we haven't hit any of. But I think it's important that we talk about the biggest news hitting the interwebs, and we touched on it just a little bit while we were going through the celebrity death pool, and that is the Royals. There's trouble in the castle, Mike. Harry could be stepping away from his royal obligations, and the internet is going crazy.
He is stepping away. That's official. The Queen came out and said, "I support them. I wish they wouldn't, but gotta go."
Okay, because I haven't checked news today, so I didn't know what the big powwow at the palace came out with.
Yeah.
Now, the funniest part about all this is Kim shared that link on her personal page, and like the news station Fox 5 put up a thing. Are you Team Queen or Team Harry? Team Harry all the way. Friend is like, no, the Queen. They would have locked him in a different time. They would have locked him in the tower.
What if I'm Team Queen Harry, where he's going to be, like a cross-dressing performer?
Well, I replied back and said, in a different time, would have been off with her head.
Yeah.
And then I made a comment that I think Harry kind of saw how the media was treating Meghan related to how they treated his mother, Diana.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't want that life for my family. That unleashed hell. Because apparently this particular person was not a fan of Diana's and felt that Diana was wrong for hooking up with Dodie. And in case you missed it, died Dodie driving dead.
Forget the fact that, Charles and Camilla had been an item for a while.
Well, yeah. So I wanted this, that was going to be my next point, but I bowed out of that one. I said, no, you know what? But her whole thing also was their financial independence while marketing themselves as celebrities and endorsing things. Yeah, well, kind of what they do.
You can't change who you were born. I mean,
Harry could go enlist in the Canadian Royal Air Force, or isn't he a pilot? And didn't he serve?
He was in the RAF
or something.
Yeah, I think he was a chopper pilot.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones are which. But see, the thing is, he is so far down the list of because every kid that his brother has
is another one before him.
So he's now far down the list. It's like,
and even if
he no longer matters,
and even if William's kids had kids, they'd be before him.
Yes.
So, like I put in my post to Mike, unless somehow a King Ralph situation occurs.
Right.
Harry ain't never going to be king anyway.
Yeah.
So what does it matter?
It doesn't.
The
only reason it matters at all is because the tabloids in the UK have really, really, really racist people working for them. And they've really gone on this whole thing about going after them.
And Mike brought it up. It's a really weird relationship that the tabloids have with the royals, because they're like pounding on them, digging into their life, and this is wrong and that's wrong. And then the moment that they say they want to step away from their titles and they just want to lead normal lives, well, what did we do? Why do you want to leave? What's wrong? Look in the mirror.
Yes.
Who's Wallace Simpson?
Wallace Simpson.
Why do I feel dumb for not knowing that?
So Wallace Simpson is the divorced woman who married King Edward, which is why King Edward abdicated, and so that the next king, who was, I can't remember his name, but that's Elizabeth's father. So Elizabeth's father was actually second in line to the throne, but his brother had to abdicate because he wanted to marry a divorced woman,
which was against the rules.
American woman, and so that's basically how Elizabeth became queen in the first place. She wasn't supposed to be. She was supposed to be pretty far down the list, just like Harry.
Okay.
But because her uncle abdicated because of Wallace Simpson.
Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible that Harry would ever be, but first Charles is in line before William's in line.
Yes.
And then William, and then what's his name? And then Gertrude, and then then probably their dog, and then Harry.
Yeah, so that's why it doesn't matter.
And wouldn't William's wife be in line now before Harry?
No.
Wouldn't be?
Just like we said earlier, it's Prince.
Okay.
Yeah, the queen is queen.
Well, yeah, but she's lady. The queen was a lady, but maybe not.
She was never a lady.
Okay. But anyway, all I know is Mike bought some bobbleheads, and they're going to be worth millions.
Hope so. All right, so Queen Elizabeth II. Charles is next in line. then Prince William, then Prince George of Cambridge, Princess Charlotte of Cambridge, Prince Louis of Cambridge, then Harry, then Archie,
Yeah. Then the poodle.
then Prince Andrew,
That's not going to happen.
Princess Beatrice of York, Princess Eugenie. Those are the top 10. There's
then-
actually a whole big...
If you go 80 or 90 down, John Candy is in line for the throne.
No.
No, I'm sorry.
They go,
no,
John
they
Goodman.
literally-
John Goodman. Sorry,
They
getting my
literally
Johns
go
mixed
down
up.
to 59 on here. Like Princess Alexandra, the Honorable Lady Ogilvy. I have never heard of her.
Do you think they do a designated survivor type thing?
I think they have so many people in the family, they don't need to.
I'm just saying, what if they have like a family reunion, and they're like, "No, Uncle Bob, you can't come."
Yeah,
What if
I
we
don't
all
even-
die?
Like I didn't even see Prince Philip on here anywhere.
He is not. Prince Philip cannot be the monarch.
If he's this old, he can't be king.
Well, yeah, this is true.
If he's this old and it ain't happen, it ain't gonna happen.
All right, but
The
to answer
succession-
your question, Kate's not on here anywhere.
Yeah.
It's by blood relative. It's not by you cannot marry in and then become.
What if I had a transfusion? Then could
wait
I
a
be
second.
on the chart?
Well, actually, here's the question: If
Uh-huh.
if Prince Harry steps away,
Yep.
is Archie still in line or no?
Harry is still in line.
Okay.
He's not
But I'm
leaving
saying,
the royal family. All he's
No,
doing
I know that,
is.
but he's
If he abdicates
he's taking himself out of the succession.
No, he's not. He's not.
So he still could become.
There is a pot of money that the government puts in, and he said that he's not taking money out of that pot of money anymore.
Okay.
But he's still taking money from his dad's pot of money.
which
Okay.
actually there was a question about if Charles was going to cut him off if he did this.
Right, but he's not going to because they decided that they're okay with it. Now, the question is long
the Queen
term,
said she was okay with it.
and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but if she croaks tomorrow, Charles could change his mind.
I don't think Charles cares.
Okay.
If she croaks and Charles becomes king, that is the least thing Charles is going to be worried about. Okay,
He's going to
here's
have
the
a
thing.
whole country that doesn't want him there.
No, but here's the thing.
They're gonna like Boris Johnson more than they like him.
Here's the thing about Prince Charles. I mean, because you could think like, oh, he's really looking forward to finally becoming king. Okay, but you're thinking about that as like, finally becoming the boss.
Mm-hmm.
This is more than that. This is not. Oh, I finally get to be the manager of the department because I've always wanted to be manager. This is more like, for your entire life, you've been told that you are going to become manager of the department as soon as the current manager leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And your entire job has been to sit there and wait for the manager to leave so that you can become manager. You have no other job other than waiting for the other manager to leave. So when his mom finally leaves,
Kicks the bucket.
and he becomes king, it's been said that that is when he actually begins to live himself. He actually will, be doing something other than sitting around waiting for it to happen. That's the same thing here with William and Harry. One of them is waiting for his father to kick the bucket,
Yeah.
and until that happens,
Well, he's doing philanthropy work and all that other stuff.
he's not. He can't actually do
he's like
anything.
doing his mom's job right now.
Right.
But
People,
see, that's
people
just it.
love him.
Prince
That's all he
Harry
can
is
do.
saying that they're stepping away from all of their royal duties. That's why I thought he was basically taking himself out of line, saying,
No.
"I do not want the throne. Nope."
What it means is he's not going around doing stuff for grandma, like opening up hospitals and stuff.
He's not going to
Okay.
be in parades.
So he'll do his own thing, but he'll do his own thing, his own.
None of this,
Well, he might still do that, but But he won't. Right now, all the royals are running around doing things for the Queen because the Queen can't be everywhere, especially at her age.
Yeah, he's going to be opening up Dairy Queens, is what he's going to be doing now. For $5.
Yeah.
Or,
So now he's instead
a
of
free
opening
ice cream cake.
So instead of opening up Dairy Queens in
Calgary,
in the UK, which is what he has been doing, now he's going to be doing half the time over in the US, opening things for Disney.
Well, Canada evidently is really pumped to have him and Meghan there. They're like, this is the Princess and Prince of Canada. They might just make him in charge of Canada.
They've also apparently applied for many trademarks around like Sussex House or Royal Sussex that they're going to have like clothing lines and all of this other stuff. That's so.
They applied for a global trademark for Sussex Royal brand.
Yes. My thing here, look, okay, they're trying. He said that they want to become financially independent, and that's the other part that makes me think: are they trying to step away from royalty altogether?
No,
like deny their throne.
No. They're not trying to leave the family. They're just trying to. It's the equivalent of they're trying to leave the family business. Now, if something goes wrong and they end up inheriting the family business, that's one thing. They're not being disinherited. But they're not going to be paid for... What they're trying to say is they're not going to be paid for by the UK taxpayer. But they're still living in taxpayer-supplied housing. So it'd be interesting to see what ends up happening.
Under both Sussex Royal and their charitable organization, the Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the couple secured trademarks with a wide cross-section of possible product, including clothing, stationery, photographs, and educational and charitable endeavors, and even possibly their own newspaper or magazine. Oh, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to get delivered to me on a weekly basis.
Yes, I think it
is this week in the Sussex house.
Okay. Movie reviews.
All right. So this week.
Oh God, yeah, it's geez.
So as is with every show or most every show, we have our double feature movie review. Now we pick two movies inspired by the recommendations from Netflix and Amazon, and we might open that up later on. But right now, those are the two that we're looking at. We've done YouTube in the past and a couple other things. This week, it was The Answer and what was the name of the other one?
The Assassin's Code.
Oh, that's right, The Assassin's Code. Now, whether it was just my temporary deja vu kicking in, or whether it was really I have seen these before. I felt like I've seen both of them before. So I don't care which one we start with. What do you guys think?
Well, you already have the answer up. Let's do that.
Okay. So I didn't have a chance to write this up because I was in meetings all day. The Answer is a sci-fi movie-ish. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, let's do this. The Answer is a sci-fi movie revolving around Brid Cole and Charlotte Parker. Now, Brid Cole is an orphan, abandoned by his parents, who you don't really get a whole lot of information about. Turns out he's a special hybrid alien, who other aliens who are trying to invade the Earth are going after because, as it turns out, he has special abilities and powers that allow him to do things that they really want to be able to do. So they frame him and his new girlfriend for the murder of their boss and his best friend and a couple of cops, and then they lead him on a chase through, this, Boston area, and or Cleveland, or I don't remember where the heck this takes place. But anyway, it's an interesting kind of, I don't know my families. They leave me clues to go find them, and I learn about myself along the way. And if you watched Max Steel at all, it a little bit reminiscent of that, but not really. It was an interesting movie. Like I said, I feel like I've seen it before. So I don't know whether it was made for TV or not, and maybe that's how I saw it. But, it wasn't terribly gritty. It wasn't terribly dark. It was, there was enough action in there. I did think they left a few plot points available. And I felt like maybe this could either be the pilot for a TV series, or this could have been like a episode 1 of like a trilogy or something like that, where they meant for something more, but because of budget constraints or whatever, Combustion Films, which is who I believe made this, just didn't have it in them to do much more than that. So all in all, it was a good film. Just a little bit short on details. I was left wanting just a touch more. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll give it a meh, just because I think they could have done a little bit better, but I don't think they did a terrible job. I'll probably watch it again, but meh is what it deserves right now. All right. So with that said, Colin, you're up.
So the answer, I'll say first off, what was it the answer to? I don't know. It seems to have been titled randomly. Like someone pushed a random title generator and they said the answer, and they said, okay. But yeah, it's a movie where it's your standard cookie cutter. Man finds out that he's actually something special, even though he's been orphaned, and runs away from bad people with a girl. I mean, it's that movie. You've seen that movie before, but this one I would say it was competently shot. It was competently written. I think it's very competent for whatever budget they had. We don't know what the budget was for this movie. That's not stuff we have, but I think they did a pretty good job of pulling off a movie. I will say there were some places near the end where the plot, maybe we missed it. Maybe with the snowfall, we heard a sound outside, and we looked at that, and we missed the point of explaining how the good guy figured out where the bad guys were at the end. We didn't understand that. Like I said, maybe we sneezed. But I'll give it better than meh. Definitely, but just slightly. But well, I'll give it a smile. It was much more competent than anything else that we've usually watched.
All right, and Mike, you're up.
Okay. I hate you. So, the first thing I noticed that this guy is eating a sandwich, 2 slices of cheese, 2 slices of tomato, and a couple of lettuce leaves. That's not a sandwich, folks. That's a snack impersonating a sandwich. We sat down at the desk to work his pal's computer for the stock trade. Shaggy, I think I started having flashbacks that I've seen this movie before. And then the game scene in the diner where he's playing along. I know where I saw this part. I saw this part while I was getting my hair cut at the barbershop. They had this on the TV. And I'm like, what the hell kind of movie is this? I didn't watch the whole thing at the barbershop because ain't nobody got time for that. And they introduced the dad. His dad from the future? I don't understand where the movie... they pulled a Spielberg. Aliens. The chick talking about being on a month-to-month lease when referring to their relationship. Shaggy, wasn't that one of your ideas for marriage? Annual contracts or something similar? The alien bad guys kidnapped her. And do no aliens believe in birth control? Why are they always knocking up Earth women? This movie, Starman, anybody remember that? You will have my baby. He's a boy, baby. No? The fight scenes were like a bad cross between Chuck, and The Matrix. At least nobody fought with a shoe. Not for nothing. If you can't aim a gun that's got a scope on it, that's a problem. In fact, this guy might just be a stormtrooper that escaped. So, I'm giving it a smirk. It wasn't a bad movie. It was entertaining, mildly entertaining. Did it make a lot of sense? Absolutely not. But most of the movies we watch don't make sense. I could see this being an afternoon showing on Sci-Fi. That if you're sitting there and you're doing something else, you have it on in the background and you're not inclined to turn it off. That's about as good of a compliment as I can give it, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely has that sci-fi feel to it, you know. All right, and next up, let's see here.
The Assassin's Code.
The Assassin's Code 2018 film. Now, I will admit, I misread the description of this movie before I started watching it. Because this is the description of the movie from IMDb and from everywhere. A rookie detective, son of a dead, disgraced cop, works to solve his first major case while under the watchful eye of a ghost-like assassin. I thought that there was going to be an assassin who was killed in the beginning of the movie. And he was going to be like Ghost Dad, walking alongside this cop the whole movie. You know, giving him, instructions on how not to be dead. You know, like, duck down now! Shoot! So I really expected an almost comedy element to this. And that is not what I got. Instead, I will say this. The movie has two parts to it. The movie has this horrible, horrible mafia line running throughout the movie. Okay? We're going to steal stuff from the cops, and then we're going to try to shake down people to get the most for it, and then we're going to try and offload it. And then it has this really good, in my mind, assassin's line running through it. All right? With this assassin who is deadpan and serious, and he's Antonio Banderas smooth, all right? Like, there's a scene with him and the cop's wife in the concert hall, and I really thought at the end, before he walked away, that he was just going to, when he said, thank you, it's better that way, he was going to pull out a gun and just shoot her. All right? Now, that's a bit of a spoiler. It doesn't happen. All right? But it was just like lining up for like the perfect silent killer type action moment there. And then it doesn't happen. He has this really deep conversation with her about Nazi concentration camps and his grandfather. And I mean, it's like some of the best acting I've probably ever seen. Because you could just, at least, I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm reading more into it. But it seemed like he lived that life when I saw him on the screen. I mean, he brought that character to life in that moment. Now, maybe there were some other parts in the film where he was not so great at it. But on that one, there were chills. All right? There were chills. So there was this great chemistry between the detective and him. And, I mean, I thought it was a good kind of whodunit, even though it was a little bit transparent. But in general, liked this movie. Actually liked it more than the other one, so I'm going to give this one a smile for me. I thought Justin Chatwin did really good in it. And, like I said, Peter Storman, who was Kurt Schlechter, did really well in it. Those are the two great actors, and I would love to see them in more stuff as we do this. So, that's mine.
Yep.
All right, Colin, you're up.
So, I think it's Stormare. So this movie, in this movie, Justin Chatwin is playing a detective whose father was disgraced, and Peter Stormare is playing an assassin. The blurb about the under the watchful eye of a ghost-like assassin is a lie, because they meet each other twice in the entire movie. You never get a sense that. Anyway, it's Peter Stormare plays a man who likes to hide himself in the back seat of people's cars or shops and stuff, and then he surprises them and then shoots their windshield with paintballs. And then, for some reason, they never show up again in the movie. I didn't understand that part. I mean, just because there's paint all over their windshields, they just disappear. It's amazing. But honestly, I would say, yes, there were some amazing scenes in this movie. The assassin with the wife scene was particularly good. But this movie actually made me mad because of that. So this movie, we actually do know what the budget was. This movie cost about $1.85 million. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, they shot $1.85 million worth of scenes. And then fired everybody, took whatever they had shot, edited it together, and then pushed it out. Because what I see in this movie are a lot of scenes from a good movie. But it's missing those couple days worth of reshoots at the end to make the story come together and fix some glaring plot holes. The Justin Chatwin character, Michael Connelly, realizes that somebody else is a bad guy because they named the other guy Schlechter. But he never knew the guy's name. He never heard the name Schlechter before, so why did that? It would have been nice if he'd actually known the guy's name before that. That might have been something then. But yeah, I would say this movie made me angry because it could have been a great movie. All they had to do was put a little bit more money into it, some extra little reshoots, and they could have had something that could have actually gone in theaters. So because of that, I'm going to give it a meh, just because I'm angry at it. But yeah, there's some good scenes here, and lots of crap.
All right, and Mike, you're up.
Truth here. I didn't have a single feeling about this movie one way or another until Peter Stormare showed up. Now I gotta wait and see if he had a Russian accent or not. Excuse me for a second. Apparently I can't. That just made it worse. Oh, great. Whatever. No Russian accent. I have no freaking idea what kind of accent he's got, but okay. You guys were raving about the main character and his acting. Well, he just pissed me off, okay? This guy is truly playing an asshole. He's like Christian Slater-ish, but a dick. Guy in the car insults the man's dog by calling him a poodle, then insults the guy with the gun by calling him a crap. Did the guy have a death wish or something? Look, you never insult a man's dog. Did this guy not see John Wick? Dude wiped out 17 crime syndicates in 2 hours because one idiot killed his dog. Then this dude wants to catch his breath after getting a blowjob by smoking a cigarette. Let that sink in for a second. Halfway through, I am having a very hard time staying invested in this movie. I truly think the main actor is just not believable as a detective, and he doesn't make me want to care about the story. Of course, the captain and the bigwig are in cahoots. Somehow, this is going to relate to the main character's dad's death. You know this. And main character will kill them, will end them both in the end with the crowd's help. That was close. I didn't think the kid was going to make the final kill, but it makes sense. Yeah. This... Honestly, this gets the most unenthusiastic meh that I could muster. I seriously have not felt more disconnected or disinterested in a movie since we started doing this segment?
Yes.
Your
Yeah, I know,
R-E.
I know.
Hey, it's things in a hurry.
I don't know what the hell's going on with my camera here, but
I don't know. But anyway, I mean, it was like I said. Okay, so we definitely. So what did you give that one? You gave it a meh.
I gave it a meh.
Okay,
a meh.
So yeah, I mean, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and that's the way we end up with our reviews. So you know, Mike starts to play peekaboo with his camera. You're gonna need two cameras, and you're gonna have to switch between them: a notes camera and a face camera. That's how it's gonna work.
In regards to the answer, Mama Blair sent this one in.
The little
Yes.
Really, Assassin's Code? That seems a little dark for the Hallmark
No.
channel.
This was the other one.
Answer.
I know.
Yes, it really, really could have been. Okay, let's get the random number generator up.
Random numbers.
All right. Sorry, I'm just having
1 to 29.
The weirdest day, so it's just constant giggle fest. 16.
Oh, that looks like a good change.
What is it?
Okay. Oh no.
What?
Netflix, The Last Laugh. Chevy Chase, Richard Dreyfuss, Andy McDowell. Could we get any more age? Oh, God. Okay.
All right, and 5.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Slow down. You normally give a summary.
Retired talent manager Al reconnects with former client Buddy, a comedian who gave up performing decades ago, and urges him to go back out on the road.
Okay, this is funny. So Mike was just complaining about age.
Mm-hmm.
Your other movie is Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan!
No, it's not, because it's not available streaming anymore.
Oh.
20.
Oh, that
This
seems
sounds
to be
like
back at our usual again.
Ah, crap.
An asylum flick?
It's one of those Amazon...
Oh, an
One of
Amazon
these.
Basics movie. Okay.
Yeah, Curse of the Midas Box.
It's got Sam Neill and Lena Headey in it. Or Lena Headey.
After
Michael
his
Sheen.
parents and brother are kidnapped,
That
a
looks
Victorian...
like another pilot.
Oh, great! It's a British movie, Mike. After his parents and brother are kidnapped, a Victorian-era British teen learns about an artifact that can
it's
turn
not.
anything
No,
into
hold
gold.
on a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it does look
There's a trailer for this movie. Hold on. I'm watching it right now.
Adventurer, The Curse of the Midas Box. Right? No? Is that not it?
The one we have does not say The Adventurer. But that doesn't mean anything.
Curse of the Midas Box movie.
Okay. You know what? I'll allow it.
Okay. I just have to figure out which movie it is, which we'll get a link to it.
Hold on.
So.
Hold on. I'm getting you.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. The Adventurer, Curse of the... Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. I thought I was right.
I'll allow it. Because it looks
interesting, doesn't it?
it looks okay. Can I put that over there? Oh.
So.
Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, Curse of the Midas Box. There it is. All right. No, it looks all right. Like, the British people that are in it are, okay, they're British, but it's...
Mike, racist against British people.
Is that what this is about?
Careful about the
ageist.
Ageist.
I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Ageist? What?
Ageist. Ageist?
What is that? Is that fancy for anti-British? What is that?
AGO Tempico. She's casting a spell on you, Mike. That's what.
Okay, no, listen, Mama Blair. Let me clarify. I have a huge problem with Chevy Chase because Chevy Chase looks like he ages twice as fast as a normal human being, and he does not look like himself now. He looks like something that came out of a DC comic, crawled out of a swamp.
He looks like a person who's allergic to bees and gets stung by a whole nest of them.
And I am not going to lie that I truly believe that he is one. When you talk about actors past their prime, I believe Chevy Chase 100% has passed his prime. But his ego will not let him just fade away. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Hopefully Richard Dreyfuss elevates his performance. I don't know.
Technically, Chevy Chase doesn't have anything other than his ego. So,
yeah,
he is just ego man.
Yeah, he's not cool like some of the other comedians of the '80s. So, all right,
like the one who punched him.
Yeah,
Bill Murray punching Chevy Chase is one of the greatest stories of all time.
All right, folks, with that said, you've been listening to PTR Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in, checking out the website, checking out the radio show, subscribing to the podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, do sign up for the podcast. You can always listen to the show after it's been recorded. We try to get those up as soon as we can, but occasionally we fall down because we got other stuff to do. So we will have the death pool posted up for you by the next show, hopefully, so that you can see what everybody else picked along with you. And we'll start tracking those deaths. But don't forget, if you have a pick that dies, it's also on you to tell us about it. Don't make Mike do all the research at the end of the year. If you want your points the fastest, it works best if you tell us when somebody kicks the bucket.
Yeah, especially if you pick somebody that they don't care about on tabloid television.
Yeah.
Somebody that is ridiculously obscure.
Yeah, it's going to work best. I mean, it's just the way that it works around here.
TMZ is what Mike's watching, right, Mike?
Yeah, pretty much.
Among others.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have
TMZ and Twitter and
we don't have a team of interns doing this. Yeah, so but we do want to thank each and every one of you for doing that and helping spread the word and get the show out there to all your friends and family. Don't forget to check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, any of those things, at PTR Radio. You can find us there. Not a whole lot going on right now until the next show. Then I'll talk about the trivia night coming up. Biggest one in Illinois. So, with that said, folks, I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the 8 Man.
Stick a fork in us, folks. We are done. Later.